Hey y'all, I'm back with the Project Life Process video, and my challenge for this week is to use the main kit or to focus on the main kit only. I do pull, I think maybe like one or two things from one of the other kits, but I pretty much just used the main kit for this project, the main Hip Kit Club kit, sorry. So I'm pretty much walking you through my entire process here. Sometimes I have my cards cut, sometimes I don't. And so on this particular day, I went ahead and just started filming so that I could walk you through the entire process. I am starting by cutting some of my white cardstock that we got in our cardstock kit, and I'm just simply cutting up quite a few cards so that I can have them just like on hand. But I'm also going to cut up some of the pattern paper that came in our main kit. Now, if you got the paper kit, you'll also get this pattern paper in the paper kit as well. But the same paper that comes in the paper kit comes in the main kit. So I'm cutting up 3x4 pieces to fit into my pockets, and I'm also cutting up a few 4x6 cards as well. And so this is a great idea if you guys do not have very many cards on hand. You can always use pattern paper. Now, pattern paper is not as sturdy, but I think it works for, we're putting them behind plastic anyway, so I think it works just fine, but it kind of depends on your preference. So I have chosen a couple of pieces. I think I've chosen maybe one or two, but from the Little by Little collection. And this one is by Pink Fresh Studio, one of the newer collections. And I can't remember if it's Live More or if it's the other one. And then this one I'm cutting up now, I believe is crepe paper. So I don't use all of them. I honestly forget that I print my photos to size, like to 3x4 and 4x6 sizes. And so obviously those are going to take up the pockets if they're size. So I'm telling you guys, I'm walking through this full process. I hadn't even taken a look at the photos yet. I just pulled them out of the envelope. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this. You've seen the photo of how I organize my pictures, and it really works for me. I printed a ton at once, and then I put them in envelopes and labeled the week and then like the dates for that week. And that's been really helpful for me. I haven't had to like worry too much about sitting down and printing stuff every week. So, okay, so let's see. Unless of course I was on time, then I would have to print them every week. So I've laid down my photos, and I realized pretty quickly here that I am not going to have enough room for some of the pretty patterns that I've cut up. So what I'm doing is trimming some of my photos. And this week was I would say, a fairly simple week with the exception of a couple of things. So one of the things that, I had jury duty again. I feel like I just had that several weeks ago, or several weeks prior to this date. But anyway, and so I had actually originally taken off of work, and so some of my coworkers were going down to Magnolia in Waco, Texas. I'm from Waco, so a lot of people have heard of Magnolia. And surprisingly, I had never eaten at their food trucks, and so I went to Magnolia that day to meet some of my coworkers after I had gotten done with jury duty, and I ended up taking a picture of just being there, so I thought that was kind of cool. And so I also got invited to teach for big picture classes. I have a class up right now. It's called Planning Within Reach, and so I got the invite back at the beginning of February, and so I wanted to note that. And then also I was working on my Weight Watchers app, or I wasn't working on it, but I was using it quite a bit, so I took a picture of that. And then we also had a favorite things party that week, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically you get like a group of friends, you all bring like 5 things that are $5 each, and then like you can do it kind of a bunch of different ways, but we basically like draw colors, and then we get to take home like other people's favorite things, if that makes sense. I'm sure you could like Google it or look on Pinterest, and you could find tons of examples of my favorite things parties. Okay, and we also that week, so my week starts, I think my weeks start on Monday. I can't really remember, but basically, I know that we had a Super Bowl that weekend too. So I think maybe the weeks start on Sunday, if I can remember correctly. So that started off the week. Also, Ava went to the zoo with my parents, and so my mom captured a photo of her and my dad walking. I think I also posted that on Instagram too. So anyway, that's kind of like the pictures in this week in a nutshell. I guess I should get back to what I was doing. I used the foam stickers for what, baby? I used the foam stickers from the Little by Little collection or the beautiful one to put on the picture with Magnolia. And then I also am using some of the exclusive alphas. They're kind of like puffy alphas, and I use that to spell out week 6. And I also use some exclusive ephemera. The flower cluster is exclusive from the Hip Kit Club. And then also that feather that I'm thinking about using, but I don't actually end up using. And then I've got my pattern paper laid down, and I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to do with those 2 cards yet that don't have a photo on them, but right now I'm working on the photos. I've used some of the exclusive wood veneer, and I want to say that came in our embellishment kit. I think that was one of the things I pulled from something else. But these puffy stickers from the Lovely Day collection by Dear Lizzie, those are from the main kit. And then, of course, the exclusive ephemera from Hip Kit Club and the exclusive alphas that I've used are from the main kit. And then also that foam thicker that is by the Little by Little collection that spells out beautiful. That is also from the main kit. I'm also pulling a couple of other pieces of ephemera and then adding, again, some of those puffy stickers from the Lovely Day, Dear Lizzie Lovely Day collection. And now I kind of left this card or this card with these 2 photos on it. Those 2 photos there are not my photos. Those are photos that I took from Pinterest because those are the 2 things that I was responsible for the favorite things party, which were like little zucchini pizza bites, and then also like a Moscato like fruit punch type of thing. It was delicious. So anyway, I ended up I don't think I took any pictures of the party itself, so I ended up using those parties to just note or document that we did have that party that week. So now I'm using these outline stamps by Crepe Paper Oasis. Those came in our Project Life kit, and I'm using those to spell out party time, and I'm simply stamping those, or simply stamping that those 2 words out. Mama. What, baby? Stamps. Yeah, stamps. That's right. I've taught her well. Anyway, so I am spelling that out really quick, and then I am going to finish up those 2 filler cards that I don't have anything on right now. Okay, so just continuing to stamp those out with, and the ink that I use actually was called Pale Tomato by Hero Arts, and I used that because I felt like it went really well with some of the colors in the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that cluster of flowers there and trim off the excess, and then I think I'll start working on those filler cards. Yeah, so at this point I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, but I knew that I needed some journaling somewhere. So first I'm like, well, I guess I'll add a few stars to that photo down at the bottom because I felt like it needed a little something extra. And so that just added a little white pop, and I like that. And then I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to add my journaling. So what I did was I found a little like ticket shape that came in our kit, but I don't think it came in our main kit. I believe it came in, I want to say I think it was the embellishment kit. And it was, I think the Little by Little collection. But first I added that tag, and that was exclusive by the Hip Kit Club. And so I'll get back to the journaling in just a second. I think I jumped around a little bit. So I added that tag, but I knew it needed something else. And at this point, I'm going back to the other card to see if there's anything else I want to use. And right now, that's what I realized. I found this ticket shape, and I thought I could do my journaling on that. So what I ended up doing was typing right on that. That is from the Little by Little collection. The tag with the gold foil is exclusive to the Hip Kit Club. And then I used a little wood veneer that said this happened, probably because I was shocked that I did a little bit of running and exercise, which hardly ever happens, and so that's why I put that. And then now I'm trying to find a little something to add to the journaling that I typed out on my typewriter. And then back to that other card, I just added a little puffy sticker, and now I'm going to finish everything off with some tiny attacher staples. So I hope you guys enjoyed this process. I think I don't do a whole lot more. That's pretty much it. I have some final photos here at the end. I hope you guys love this challenge and will check out the Hip Kit blog because that is where the other posts will be that feature the main kit, the other 2 posts. I'm going to add the date, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.